All right, Coach, we are back to talk Sarkisian's run game. So we know that he's always had his 1,000-yard rushers. He makes sure to mention it every single press conference, it seems. So Sark still loves the run game, super important. And we've just had an impressive run of backs, and we hope to continue that with Baxter and Blue this year. But first, guys, like our video and subscribe to the Inside Texas Football YouTube channel and use promo code IT1 to get 2 months of InsideTexas.com for only $1. So that'll get you right into the season. So that you'll get a lot of good stuff for a cheap price. All right, Coach. So we looked at the three top schemes we have here. Let me pull it out here. And the most common from last season was actually outside zone, which we'll show you here in 1 second. And this was our most lucrative scheme, outside zone. We averaged 6.1 yards per carry. So Coach is going to just show you guys real quick what outside zone is, so you can be looking for it in the games this season.
Yeah, so we know with Coach Sark, he likes a lot of window dressing. He may run the same play multiple times, but he's going to make it look different. Kind of bring this guy, we call it boomerang, motion this way, then cut back this way. So you'll kind of see that. Kind of see what coverage they're playing, see how the defense lines up. As he goes back in motion, we got outside zone to the left. Pretty much everybody stepping down to the left, getting to the next level. The running back either can take the ball outside here if they're able to cut these two guys off. But if there's a hole here, you can always cut back and still get back outside. So let's kind of take a look and see what happens on the play. As you see, right off, he has a hole here, right? Everybody's on their man. Step down, he's contained. He's contained the outside shoulder, and this guy's getting to the second level here. You see the cut back here by Christian Jones getting to the second level, so this linebacker can't come across and make a play. Blue does a great job of actually hitting a hole.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that's what we talked about a few videos ago. His speed, his decisive run in one step and get north. The good thing about this is Kevin Banks. I know we talked about his film last week, man. Look at him getting square, getting ready to make a block on this guy so that the running back can either go outside of him or inside, depending on which way this defender goes. Defender stays inside. Kevin Banks does a great job. Get great hand placement, right, on the defender, giving Blue just enough room, and it's off to the races. You're not catching this guy, man. He's one of the fastest guys in college football, and so let's celebrate. Looks like NCAA 25 out there, man. But, yeah, just a great run, great play on the outside zone.
Absolutely. And fans, whenever you're looking to diagnose outside zone, you're going to see how he said everyone was stepping left. They'll step right or step left. But you'll see everyone move laterally. Inside zone, you're going to see more of a vertical push. We'll show you that in a second. But whenever you see five big dudes all start running sideways in the same direction, generally going to be outside zone. And you're going to want more agile offensive linemen for that. Traditionally, outside zone was kind of a way for teams that didn't have the big bodies to still be able to run these zone concepts. Now everyone runs it, but you want faster, twitchier linemen for that scheme. And then traditionally the more like 6'6", 320 pounders for inside zone. But speaking of inside zone, that is the second most common run scheme from Sark's offense. We average 5.4 yards per carry, which is pretty good. Nothing crazy on inside zone. And you'll see, like we talked about last time, they're going to try to move forward. You're going to see those guards climb to the second level linebackers. You're going to see them trying to get vertical displacement versus horizontal displacement. And then traditionally, this was kind of Sark's bread and butter run scheme. He's gone to more outside zone this last season, it looks like. But, inside zone's the bread and butter of most offenses and what you build your scheme around. So what happens in this Kansas tape here, Coach? This video is brought to you by Andre the Lawyer. If you're injured, trust the team that secured millions for their clients and helped thousands of Texans with their injury case. Don't let insurance tell you what the claim is worth. Hire Andre the Lawyer to fight for you. Principal office is in Dallas, but they do serve Texans throughout the state. So don't wait and call Andre the Lawyer at 214-444-8808. That's 214-444-8808.
Yeah, so we're going to run a little inside zone. We're going to have a little hinge block here by Banks. Tight end, or H is going to slam back, knocking out the end. These two guys are going to double team to this backer, and these two guys are going to double team to this backer, right? Creating your hole here or here. This guy should never be getting to play. But as I talked about on the last play, Sark does a lot of window dressing, bringing a guy in motion to get the defense to kind of rock and roll and go with it. So let's kind of take a look here. What happens, right? He's pointing, takes this guy out to play, right? So now you replace him with him. So double team to this guy, double team to this guy. Hinge block, he's cutting back to knock down the end-man on line of scrimmage here. You got a patient running back and Jonathan Brooks. As you see it kind of developing here, we're double teaming to this guy, double teaming to this guy. He has him, he has him. We got push crack by A.D. Mitchell here. Push crack means push up the field.
Look at it. Look at AD, man. Really, giving it his all in the blocking game.
Right? I mean, look at him getting squaring up to make contact with the safety. Right? These guys do a great job moving their feet, clearing out the hole. Man, look at this space. Maybe I could probably get through it, maybe, just maybe. But this ends up being a touchdown, man. Look at the hole he was able to get through, right? Everybody picked up their blocks. Got guys on the ground, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that gets me excited. I'm running right at you. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm off to the races. Jonathan Brooks shows off his speed and why he got drafted high despite his injury, man. And it's just a touchdown. Like I said, everybody's celebrating, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what you want. Touchdown, Texas.
What do you think we're most suited for this upcoming season? Do you think we're going to be more of an inside zone, or we're going to keep doing the outside zone?
I think you'll probably see a mixture of both. I think it'd probably be even more balanced, right? Because the outside zone with someone like Blue, man, who can stick his foot in the ground and get north and go. And then you got backs who's a bigger back who may run more inside zone. And they both can do both. They both can run inside or outside zone and be very successful, especially with the experienced offensive line. I think they'd be able to show off their speed, their quickness, and power, all at once. So I think we'd probably be a mixture of both.
All right, and then we have the third most common run scheme, and once you guys know these three, you're going to know, almost the entirety of the run game for Sarkisian's offense. So let's look at the next scheme. Coach, now we are looking at counter, which is the first of the gap schemes that we're seeing here. And this is where you'll see offensive linemen or a tight end pull around to the other side so you can get advantageous numbers. And you'll see that with counter and power. And this was the third most likely. I think we ran this 84 times, averaging 5.8 yards per carry, which is pretty good. But let's talk about counter just as a play itself, but then also we'll talk about the little wrinkle Sark includes with Juan Davis. So first, let's just talk about the actual scheme, what's happening, who's pulling, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so this is a little Y guard counter action, man, where you got the guard wrapping around, kicking out the end man in the line of scrimmage, and you get the tight end on the Y taking the first man that shows up in the C gap, right? Where traditionally you got the tackle guard pull on counter. This guy hinges and he block down like traditional counter, but Sark kind of dresses it up a bit. So it's time to take a look at what happens here. So first of all, like we said, Sark loves motion. Get these guys communicating. One thing that Sark loves to run, we've probably seen it multiple times, is this guy kind of come in motion, come back, and then you kind of fake the run action. He act like he's going to block it, then he leaks out to the flat. These guys have seen it on film multiple times where somebody leaks out into the flat and it's a touchdown, right? Quinn can kind of fake the run, roll out, and kind of connect with the guy in the flats. So this is what these guys are expecting, right? But Texas is actually going to run counter here. As you see, this guy's flying out here. He's trying to beat this guy to the flats. He thinks Juan Davis is going to leak out to the flats, which he doesn't, right? You got your down block, down block, down block. They're selling counter, which it is counter. Kicking out, kick out. You see your guard. He's going to take the first thing here, and then Juan Davis is going to help clean up anything else. Now, if this guy would have stayed patient, right, he's probably in this gap to make a play. But he's expecting the tight end to leak out to the flat, so he overruns it. That's just the genius of Coach Sark, man. Being able to dress up plays, show you one thing, run another thing, and as you see, another wide open hole. Somebody else is on the ground here. Look at it, man. That's what I love to see. Losers limp. And touchdown, Texas.
Yeah, and Sark, he's always overloading the opposing defense. He's just making those safeties. He just makes them introduce a little bit of doubt. And that's why you're seeing motion, and it can be really minuscule that he's doing that. And you're like, what does that even truly affect? But what he's doing is he's messing with the secondary, he's messing with the linebackers, and he's doing it all game. So he might show you something as a dummy 5 times earlier so he can hit you on the 6th time. Mm-hmm. And so that's why he's super frustrating. And then also I want to explain to the audience kind of the concept of the counter step. So if we can run it back to right before Brooks gets the ball. All right, so you'll see Brooks takes kind of a weird step there, and it's really just a timing step so the guards can pull around, but also it can mess with linebackers and stuff like that to think the back is going introducing misdirection into the offense.
Football, all you need is you know, a second for those guys that have kind of a false step this way. And that's all you really need at this level, man. Once they false step one way, you got to go to offense line, a running back who's very decisive and knows where he's going, picking his hole. And that's all you need at this level. That's touchdown all day long.
All right, coach, I'm going to make you play the role of evil defensive coordinator trying to stop Sarkisian's run game. So, what are a few wrenches you could at least attempt to uh, throw into his offense and slow down the rushing attack?
Yeah, I come from the old school. I guess Bill Belichick, things you taught in high school. You see a lot of guys at the college level are playing against our coach Sark. They don't put their hands on the guys. Like they let guys get to the second level easy. If I'm a defensive lineman, I'm putting my hands on the offensive lineman. I'm preventing you from getting to that second level, right? I'm going to clog up the lane. Anybody pulls, I'm meet you in the backfield. I'm going to wrong shoulder you, try to knock the lineman off balance to create some traffic in the backfield. Same thing with the tight ends. If you block down, you're supposed to surf and reduce space. You see a lot of defensive ends or outside linebackers when the lineman blocks down, they don't usually go with them. They just kind of stay out there, and you create more of a gap. Actually, surface down and squeeze and put your hands on that tackle or tight end. Like, don't let anybody have a free release. I don't care who it is. Nobody gets a free release. That way, you help the guys, and you help the second level guys and the third level guys come up and make plays. Right? I think that's how you can help slow it down. You just got to be physical and put your hands on everybody. They're going to give you the same looks and might run something different. So you got to be able to read your keys. But I think it makes a clearer picture for the linebackers and safety to have clear pictures if the guys up front are doing their job, putting their hands on the offensive linemen and tight ends and taking on those fullbacks and pulling guards in the backfield versus letting them come and reach them to the second level.
Yeah, that's good. What's going to be interesting in the SEC because they do have bodies that they can get physical with us, and so that's going to be actually super interesting. Thank you, Coach. I always like breaking down the offense. We'll do one of the maybe the most common passing schemes or something like that. That'd be interesting to look into. But fans, make sure to like our video and subscribe to Inside Texas Football YouTube channel, powered by InsideTexas.com, and use promo code IT1 for only one single dollar, and you get 2 months. Coach, thank you for teaching me and the fans. And fans, thank you guys for watching.